Good morning, everyone. We're out at Lingai Beach Resort in northern Cebu, a city called San Ramijo. It's kind of the resort area, flatter over on this side, so the beaches are quite nice. What a lot of people come to realize is that, maybe they've never done the personal savings side. Maybe they've never owned a home. And so those two combinations are not a good situation, especially if you do own the home, but you're not going to sell that home. And so the home was actually part of your savings. And I think many Westerners realize that the pensions that they have, they cannot survive on these pensions. It's enough to pay for your food in a month and maybe your basic utilities, but beyond that, it really isn't enough. And so personal savings are a must. And most pension plans of the world are designed in such a way that, they're there to supplement your savings, not to be your retirement. Especially when you consider, your retirement could be 30 years. And, you're going to have to survive on that. So the reality is that many Westerners find themselves in third world countries or developing nations, and out of that, they can buy a lot, as we're going to be looking at here. We found a couple of lots that we're quite interested in. One is more of a farming lot, and for about 15,000 US, I'm just rounding these numbers, 20,000 Canadian, although the Canadian dollar is doing really well right now, but I'll just say that 20. And we can buy 1,000 square meters with a raised section of land at the front to put the house in, and then farm the back part of the property. Right now, this one has corn on the back, say 2/3 of the property, and then a house is not the same as a Western house. You have to think of housing here differently. You live half of your life here outside, minimum. Indoors is for sleeping, indoors is for cooking basics, and even then, most Filipinos have a dirty kitchen. And, why do you want to fire up a heat source inside the house where you might be running air conditioning? So a deck and a patio, roughly the same size with outdoor fan on it, that type of thing. That's the reality of a tropical home, and why we're looking in the Damantayan, San Ramijo area in northern Cebu is because the island is quite narrow. It's not overly mountainous, not like Angeles where they've got Mount Pinatubo and Mount Ararat. And so the breeze is always moving, and so the bugs are just not an issue here to speak of. We've seen a couple of lots where, it's marshy and it's, I just say, oh, look, another dengue lot. But so that's kind of the reality for a Westerner. Oh, and I will add this one other thing. And for about 20,000 US and 25,000 Canadian, you can build yourself a 50 square meter house. Again, remember, you're going to build the bedroom pretty small. Your closet is better off to be, attached to, in our case, the ensuite or something along those lines, so that when you run your aircon overnight, you're only running for that room. You're not running for the rest of the house. And so you want fairly small bedrooms. So if you wanted 2 bedrooms, you're going to build these bedrooms like 9 by 9. Okay, it's room for a bed, period. You want to have a little bit of an office in there. Okay, you go up a little bit in size and you get a desk in there. So that's kind of the reality of costs here. And so, for about $50,000, you can have a lot in a house here. Okay, and a little plot to farm on and get some basic veg going, and fresh, pick it fresh. The markets here are wonderful. Pick it fresh the night before. Okay, tubers and that kind of thing are going to be a little bit older, but that's fine. Tubers are meant to stay, right? Now let's talk about the reality of Philippine poor. And Philippine poor is kind of a mixed bag of things. And let me get this out of the way for any Filipinos who are listening. The reality is, in today's environment, not COVID environment, the reality of the last 10, maybe 15 years, the Westerners who come here are not rich. They are not rich. And that stigma of foreigner, of always being rich, is not the case. Now I'm going to show you relative, and this is the relative situation in that, we look at a lot, say in Canada or northern US or northern Europe, where growing vegetables is only a once a year thing for half a year. But so we can supplement our eating for part of the year. And of course, for many developing nations, if you're going to bring your pension here, they want you. You're going to spend your money here. By spending money here, that keeps people employed. And this is why, to my friends and family, I rant on the whole thing of online buying. Online buying means you put your neighbor out of a job. Lynn and I have discovered minimalist life, and we've done the 500 square meter park model. That's my new reality. I mean, when we went to Canada, the reality was I wanted the retirement house. I wanted the 3,000 square feet. I wanted the room where the pool table could go or whatever. And jacuzzi out on the patio and the view and all that type of thing. And in one of our previous videos, Lynn said, "And who will clean?" So look up that video. To me, it was bringing a housekeeper. That's the reality, right? So, but my new reality is I pulled the plug at 55, came here, waiting for Lynn's visa to get finished, moved to Canada, and then I go back to work, and by the time our visa was done, I realized if I just live 6 months in the Philippines, I can stay retired until my pension is ready at 65. So realities of quality of life and such, don't discount developing nations. Don't discount their happiness and equate that to money. You'd be totally wrong. Through this year of COVID, we've been looking at land. I see a lot of very happy people. They can grow their own vegetables. And that's kind of our reality right now. Get to enjoy both worlds. But it does keep me retired by being here. We're spending about 40 cents on the dollar. Okay, rant and reality check and all that sort of thing. There you go. Have a good day. We're off to go find beach lots today instead of farm lots. We'll keep you updated. Bye now.